Alright, so one producer that's been killing it across so many tracks is a guy called Chopsquad. He's behind a bunch of Lil Durk's hardest songs. And honestly, one of my favourites is What Happened to Virgil. But what is so crazy is a song that has millions and millions of streams, but still simple and unique. That is something he is so clever for. Ooh! This is nice. I'm not gonna lie, if you don't follow these tips, oh my days. Right, so to start with, we're going to keep the BPM at 140 and we're going to open up a grand piano from Keyscape. And in fact, let's use the MIDI keyboard. Let's try and find some chords and maybe a top line. Right, that's perfect. I'm going to try and not quantize much except the start bit because I want it to be on time when coming in, but let's see what that sounds like. Okay, that's brilliant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put down these bass notes down an octave. Let's bring these down an octave. And now, let's try and find a top line. So, in fact, I'm going to clone this. Use the same piano. And let's find a top line. Damn, first take as well. Jesus. But I want these notes to join like that. What I'm going to do now is send them both to the mixer, but I'm going to send them to separate mixes, add some different effects. So the first one we'll do is the main chords. So let's get an EQ. Bit of reverb. Brilliant. In fact, let's just copy that over to the top line. We'll add more reverb. Let's even stereo separate that. And let's add some delay. And now we're going to open up the kit. I literally am doing the final touches to this kit as we speak, so it's nearly done. We're going to get a bass one shot. Guitar bass one shot, you can't go wrong with this. Right, now we've got the bass in. Let's add like a synthy lead. I forgot to move the camera to the keyboard, but just played this in. I'm going to make this ambient. It's going to sound cold. Add some reverb to that. Let's try putting it up an octave. Let me hear what that sounds like. I like that. I feel like the only other thing I'm going to add is let's open up Contact and let's get some ambient, like an ambient texture. And I think that's it. Yeah, something like that would be cold. Right, now let's change the pitch of it. Let's go down 1, 2, 3. Let's go down 3. I can't lie, that melody is insane. Down those 3 or 4 notes we've just put it down, it sounds so much better. Right, the last thing I'm going to add is a texture from the kit. Add wind. Wind always sounds cold on this type of stuff. Add some texture. Yeah, I can't lie. I can't wait to put drums on this. So let's evaluate the melody. Like what Chopsquad does, he keeps it very, very simple. I've done that. I've not used a lot of sounds, and the sounds I've used, I've made use of them. I've got a lead that's kind of like a texture lead, top line piano that's sick, and chords. Some little ear candies, and that's it. So now with the drums, we've got to complement the melody so well, so it stays simple and also unique. Right, so let's open up a new pattern and let's get straight into it. So, I'm going to start off with a rim. We're using one for the 3K kit. Yeah. Let's get a hi-hat in. Let's do 2 steps and we're just going to add some hi-hat rolls. Do a roll there. Let's turn up the snap. Let's copy that over. Let's add an open hat. Let's get the pain open hat. You know the one I'm on about. Yeah, I'm liking this. Let's get a snare in. Let's get 2 snares in actually. Right, let's put another snare just there, like. You see how so far I've kept it so simple with the drums, but very bouncy too. Right, let's get an 808 in. Ooh. Let's copy that over. This is nice. In fact, let's get a kick in. Damn, this sounds insane. Send the kick to the mixer too. You see how the kick's like way too aggressive with the 808. What I'm going to do is I'm going to side chain the kick to the 808. So let's open up a limiter on the 808. Let's bring the ceiling up so it's not doing any limiting. And we're just using side chain here. Yeah, I can't lie. I think that is the beat done. So let's evaluate the drums. What we've done is we've not used many sounds. We've kept it very simple, but bouncy and easy for the artist to use. Don't need overcomplicated beats because trust me, an artist will not use it. Right guys, thank you ever so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to subscribe and like, and I shall see you in the next one.